Hello, welcome to everyone in Physics Fire. Today we are going to do the sixth lecture of vector. Yet we covered last lecture, if you will see in lecture 5, there we covered about what? We covered about component, right? Resolution of vectors and then unit vectors, right? What is the resolution of vector? Whenever any vector quantity is acting at an angle of theta, right? So we can say we can do component of that component will be what, along x-axis as well as what, along y-axis, even in z-axis also, right? So but we consider only in x-axis and y-axis. That is going to be what, along x-axis we will see, not along x. If theta is attached with any axis, that axis is going to be cos theta. Apart from that is what, sin theta. What we learned, if theta is attached with any axis, that axis is going to be cos theta. Apart from that is what, sin theta. After that we had done unit vector. Unit vector, if you guys will see, we had done what, it gives only magnitude. It gives only what, magnitude. And then what, suppose if you will take a cap, then vector a by mod of a, right? Vector a by mod of a, that is what, unit vector. Benefit of using unit vector is what, its magnitude is 1, right? If you'll multiply with anything, so it doesn't change, its magnitude will not change. Only thing will add is what, its direction. So any scalar quantity is there, if you'll multiply with the unit vector, you will get a vector quantity. Today's class we are going to do vector addition again, but yet we had done two vectors we added together. Today 3, 4, 5, 6, as much as you can. So that we are going to do in Cartesian plane with I cap, j cap and all, right? So, and today we'll take a feel like how, why we are adding in x and x, y in y and y. So that feel also we'll try to take. Let's see. As I wrote a question here, that p is equal to what, px I cap plus py j cap. B is what here, bx I cap plus by j cap, where a and b are directed as shown. Find where p and q, where what, p and q, p and q, right? P and q are directed as shown uh, in Cartesian form, where r is equal to vector p plus vector q. So they are asking find the resultant of this, right? See, resultant, if you guys will see directly also we can find, right? Let's take, this is what, yeah. So let's see, this is vector p, all right? We know this is x-axis and this is what, y-axis. This is q vector, right? Now they're asking like, see, anybody will tell you like directly that was p plus q, right? P plus q, uh, p plus q, if you add x you add I cap, you add j cap, you add. But let's take the feel like how we can add it directly. Guys, if you will see, this is p, so in x-axis we can say px I cap, right? If you will see this, then what we can say, qx I cap, right? This distance, right? We can say directly, no? And then this we can say is what, py j cap. Then we can say this distance as what, uh, qy j cap. Now if you'll find resultant in x-axis as well as in y-axis, like this total resistance if you'll find, so in r x if you will find and r y if you will find. Now think, let's see, r x if you will find, then we can say p x I cap plus q x I cap, right? And then what, r y if you will find, then we can say what, r y j cap plus what, r y p y, sorry, p y j cap, q y j cap. That's it, right? See, qy and this. Now resultant r is equal to what? Rx I cap plus ry j cap. Rx I cap plus ry j cap, right? Now ultimately both you will have to add. So px I cap plus what? Qx I cap. So we can say, you can take common, plus what? Py j cap plus what? Qy j cap. That's it, right? So by this way we can add what? Now p, you can take px plus qx, you can take common, or p plus q I cap, right? P plus q I cap, px plus qx I cap plus py plus qj j cap qy, right? By this also we can write resultant vector. So now we got to feel like why we are adding directly, because it is coming in the same direction, so we are adding, right? Let's see now. Suppose a vector is given. Vector a is 1 I cap plus 2 j cap minus 3 k cap. Vector b is equal to 6 I cap 4 j cap 5 k cap. They're asking find vector a plus vector b. Vector a plus vector b, if you guys will do, then what? We know I plus I we will add, j plus j we will add, k plus k we will add. Now guys, I this plus this, okay, I plus I if you will add, right? So 6 plus 1, this I, let's use this. We can do no 6 plus, let's, if you will take the constant only, then I cap plus what? 2 plus 4 j cap, and then what? We can say minus 3 plus 5 plus k cap. Now we can say 7 I cap plus 6 j cap, and then what? Plus 2 k cap. Now somebody will say subtract a minus b. Then we can say what? A minus b if you will do. Then we can say 1 minus 6 I cap, right? And then what? 1 minus 6 I cap. And then they will say that we can write a minus 2 minus 4 j cap plus minus 3 minus 5 k cap, minus and into minus, right? So it will become plus only. So we can say minus 5 I cap minus 2 j cap, and then what? Minus minus, so 8, right? So we can say it is minus of minus, where it is 3, no? So minus 3 minus of minus, minus of minus, so it will become plus. So plus of 2 k cap, right? So by this way we can write vector. Now somebody will say find the magnitude of vector a plus vector b. Vector a plus b magnitude if you want to find, then what you guys will do? You will take only what? 7 square plus 6 square plus 2 square, resultant of that, right? A minus b mod if you want to find, then again you can say 5 minus 5 square or 5 square. You if you do squaring, then it is going to be what? Same only, right? So 2 square plus what? 2 square root under of that. So by that way you can find the answers, a plus b, a minus b. Now think, suppose somebody gave you the question like this: vector a is equal to 3 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 6 k cap. Vector b is 1 I cap minus 2 j k cap. Vector c is equal to 3 I cap plus 4 j cap only. So they're asking find 2a plus 3b plus 3c plus b. Find the resultant. What will be the answer? Now we can do is what? 2a. So 2 you multiply, that resultant is what? 2 twice of a, 3 I cap 4 j cap plus of 6 k cap, right? Then what? 3c. If you multiply directly, we can multiply even, right? Why we will wait for just put and then multiply? So let's multiply directly. If you multiply with 2 guys, then it is 6 I cap plus what? Plus 2. So 4, 8 j cap, 12 k cap directly, right? So now that is A, we finished. Now 3 you multiply there, so 3 I cap minus 6 K cap, right? And then B directly, 3 I cap plus 4 3 I cap plus 4 J cap. Now I you add, J you add, K you add, I or I chali gayi, fine. So 6 and 6 is what, 12 I cap, J cap, and here is J cap, so we can say 12 J cap, right? Then K cap, so we can say plus of 6 K cap. That's it. Now if you want to find magnitude of this, then R vector is equal to 12 square plus 12 square plus 6 square root under of that. That is going to give you what, resultant of this. So these types of addition and subtraction they can ask in what, Cartesian plane. Yeah, so I wrote 2-3 questions, right, that we are going to see now. What is the question here? A vector A is of length 2 centimeter is 60 degree. Okay, so vector A is of length what, 2 centimeter. Let's see another color we will take. It's too thin, right? Fine, it will be easy to understand. Vector A is of length 2 centimeter and is 60 degree above the x-axis, right? Okay, above the x-axis, in the first quadrant, where vector B is of length 2 centimeter. Below the x-axis, 60 degree in the fourth quadrant. The sum of A and B is a vector of magnitude. Okay, so we can say vector B is going to be somewhere here. Okay, so now we can say, guys, this is vector A and this is vector what, B. This angle is 60 degree, right? And this angle is also 60 degree, right? This is of 2 centimeter, right? This is also what, 2 centimeter. That you guys understood in first quadrant. So I had drawn in first quadrant, right? 60 degree, so 60 degree I drew it. And then next is between in the fourth quadrant, so again 60 degree, so I drew it 60 degree. Now vector they are saying, right? Vector means obviously if it is acting at an angle of theta, then we are supposed to do component of that, right? And we learned one more thing, whenever theta is attached with any axis, that axis is going to be what, cos theta. Apart from that is what, sin theta, right? So that we should keep in mind. So we can say this is going to be what, A cos 60 degree, right? And then okay, then A cos 60 and then what, A sin 6. Achha, A is what, 2 here, right? Sin 60 root 3 by 2, so you got root 3, and this is what, 2 again, so cos 60 is what, 1 by 2, so 2, so 1. Okay, this value is what, 1. Now guys, again for this B, this is what, B. So let's take with another color. B, if you will see, then B cos 60, B is 2 cos 60, right, in this direction. So again we can say cos 60 is what, 1 by 2, and then it will be what, in this direction, that is going to be what, B sin 60 of B sin 60. So sin 60 is how much, root 3 by 2, so it will get cancel out, so root 3. Now they are saying the sum of vector A plus B. Vector A, if you guys will see, vector A is going to be what, root 3 J cap, 1 I cap plus what, root 3 J cap. Vector B, if you guys will see, it is what, same thing anyway, plus 1 I cap minus root 3 J cap, right? If you will add it, so this is going to cancel out, so we can say vector A plus vector B magnitude, if you want to find, then we can say 1 plus 1 anyway, right? So 2, right? So 1 plus 1, that is what, 2, you will get 2 I cap. Let's take first, we are writing in what, vector A plus vector B. Now if you guys want to find magnitude, then 1 square plus what, 1 square, right? So that is going to be 1 square plus 1 square root under of that. So root 2, that is going to be the answer. That's it. So ultimately what I did here is, you are supposed to do component of that if any vector is acting at an angle of theta. So again, find vector a plus b and a minus b. If a makes 37 degree with positive x-axis and b makes angle 53 degree with negative x-axis, right? As shown, okay, I'll draw it. And the magnitude is a is what, 5. Magnitude of a is 5, b is 10. So find a plus b and a minus b. Okay, so here also if you guys will see, let's take by this way. Now what we can do here, vector a, and we can take guys here vector b. So vector a is how much they told, 37 degree, right? Okay, and then what they took, 53 degree, right? 53 degree. Okay, now what, vector a magnitude is how much, 5, and this is of what, 10. Again, we know that if any vector is acting at an angle of theta, then we are supposed to do component of same thing, right? So we can say 5 cos 37. I'll tell you what is cos 37, and this is going to be what, 5 sine 37. This is going to be what, again 10 cos 53, 10 sine 53. Okay, remember this triangle, this for cos and cos 53 sine 33. Remember this triangle properly. See, what I remember is cos 37 is 4 by 5. Let's take this angle. If you took 37, right? So 4 by 5, this is going to be 5 for sure, base by hypotenuse. So, and this is what, cos 37 is 4 by 5, so this is going to be 3, right? So now you can find all the values. So this triangle, you remember, it will be easy. So this will become what, 53 degree, right? Cos 53 is what, right? Base by hypotenuse, so 3 by 5. So by this way you can remember. Let's see, cos 37, so we know 4 by 5, so that is going to be what, 4, right? And then this is sine 37 is 3 by 5, so that is going to be 3. And for this is what, 10 into sine 53, sine 53, 53. Some people have 4 by 5, so 4 in this direction. If you will say 10 cos 53, cos 53 is what, 3 by 5. So 3 by 5. Oh, here it is going to be 8, no, because it is 2, right? So now it is going to be what, 6, right? That's it. Now first they are asking find a plus b. Okay, first we'll have to find that in x-axis how many forces are acting, in y-axis how many forces are acting, right? So let's see, suppose if you will take rx I cap, rx, like resultant if you will see in I cap. So let's take vector a. Vector a, what are the forces are acting? 2 forces, right? So we can say 4 I cap. Okay, cos 53, right? 4 I cap, and then this one 5 wala, right? So 3 j cap, right? And vector b, if you guys will see, one is acting how much, 8 plus of I cap, no, plus of j cap, right? Plus of j cap, and minus of what, 6 I cap. That's it. Now you can find a plus b and a minus b, right? A plus vector a plus b, if you will do vector a plus b, then what will happen? It is going to be this plus this, so minus of 2 I cap plus what, 11 j cap, right? A minus b, if you will do, then we can say that what, a minus of b, check, a minus of b if you will do, then this is a minus of b, this is already plus, now it becomes, and that is positive. So 10 I cap. Calculation may be mistake like we can do, but fine, you guys can do by yourself. You understood the concept, that is what we should understand here. And then 8 minus of 8 and minus of 3, so minus of 5, minus of 5 j cap, that is a minus of b vector, right? A plus b and a minus of b. A body is acted upon by 3 given forces, is under equilibrium. F1 is this, F2 is this. Find F3 at an angle of an angle theta. Okay, this for this question, if you will see, a body is acting, three given forces F1. Okay, equilibrium. First, you should understand equilibrium, guys. Equilibrium will come in Newton's first law of motion, but equilibrium we can understand is what equilibrium means. Net force on the object is zero. What is that? Net force of the object is what? On the object is zero. Net force on the object is zero means what? Upward force and downward force is equal, left force and right force is equal. Remember this, whenever object is in equilibrium, then upward force, downward force is what? Always equal. Left force, right force, it is what? Equal. It means it is in a balanced condition, right? Same thing if you will see here, we can say that what? Let's see, we can say no directly. We'll have to do anyway component of this, right? F1 component, F2 component, then we can find. Let's see. We'll see all those things. So first we can write here net force on the system. On the system is what? Zero. Okay. It means what? Upward force on x-axis. Force on y-axis up and down is going to be what? Zero. Let's see. We'll see first. Let's do the component. So in this direction, if you'll see F1 cos 37 degree, and this is going to be F1 sine 37 degree, and this is going to be what? F2 sine theta, and this, if you will see for y, F2 cos theta, right? Now let's equate all the forces. If you will see upward, how many forces are acting? How many forces are acting downward? How many forces are acting in left and right? All those forces we are going to see. So if you will see now, F2 sine theta. Okay, well, let's find the value. F2 sine theta is equal to, guys, F1 sine 37. Okay, a body is acted upon three given forces under equilibrium. F1 is 10 Newton, F2 is what? Achha, values are also given, so we can find this value, no? Let's find this value, then we will put the values here. So F1 is under equilibrium. F1 is 10 Newton, sine 37. Sine 37 we know 3 by 5. 3 by 5 in this triangle, right? This triangle. Sine 37, see, 3 by 5. So 3 by 5, so we can say 6 Newton force, right? Now if you will see here, F1 is how much here? 10 into cos 37 is 4 by 5, so 8 Newton. 4 by 5, 8 Newton, right? 8 Newton of force is acting due to F1 in y, plus of y. And here we don't know, right? Theta we don't know, so we cannot say anything. Fine, but anyway we can write here, no? F2 is how much here? 6 sine theta, 6 cos theta, right? That we can write at least. Fine. So now what we can do here, we can say positive of x-axis and negative of x-axis, left, right, equal, up, down, it is what? Equal. Ultimate our motive is what? To find F3. So let's find that first. So we can say, let's 6 sine theta is equal to 6 Newton. Okay. So directly we got theta value. So we can say now, anyway, that is also Newton only. So 6 is sine theta is equal to 1. Sine theta 1, when it will be 1, right? Theta is should be what? 90 degree. So directly we found theta is 90 degree. Fine. So now what we can do, let's find upward and downward. For upward, two forces are acting. 6 cos theta and plus 8 Newton is equal to what? F3 is equal to what, guys? F3. So now we can say theta is what here? 90. Cos 90 is what? 0. So this is what? 0, and this is 8 is equal to F3. So F3 is going to be 8 Newton. That's it. Khatam. Nothing I did. What I did is equilibrium means what? The object should be in what? Equilibrium. The object should be, what is this? Okay. The object should be in what? Equilibrium. Upward force and downward force should be equal. Even if you will see this Newton's laws of motion, when we learn equilibrium, there every time I will speak this. So what is that? Upward force, downward force, it is equal. Force F1 is equal to, F1 is 10 Newton, F2 is 6 Newton, F3 is we want to find, and theta angle we want to find. So directly we found theta. F1 value is given, sine 30 value we know. From that we got theta value, and then we found f1 f2 as well, right? Okay, so till here you guys revise. Next class we'll see what multiplication of vectors. This is again important point, right? So till here you guys revise. We'll see multiplication of vectors.